Welcome back to Backyard Cars, and well, I I bought I bought a Lincoln. It's it's a Lincoln. Okay, get a drink and your popcorn, and let me pop the hood. All right, let's get up in here. She's got the 5.0 liter EFI with all the stuff, all the fixings, AC, factory breather. You know, it's complete. Normally we kind of walk around the car, but I had to get the hood open before we did all this, so there you go. That's the power plant, and we'll see in a minute how well it runs. And, grill, pretty good shape. I'm shaking. Why am I shaking so much? Anyhow, not too shabby. Tires are shot. No real dents or nothing in it. Couple scratches, the vinyl top. It's seen its better day, you know. Couple cans of vinyl spray paint, maybe? No. But it is, been sitting under a tree for 7 years is what I was told, and fellas before me got it, and then I got it from them. And truth be told, it runs. And I did put it on home, but it doesn't run great, you know? It doesn't really even run good. But it has potential. Maybe. We got to dig in a little bit. We'll let you see the inside here. I think this is the worst of the paint right here. It appears like maybe they, tried to buff on it and was a little bit aggressive, maybe. Or not. I'm not sure. Let's get into the interior. There's not a car made today that rides like this old girl does. I mean, it's like sitting, I think I said this already. It's like sitting on a lazy boy, you know, riding on the pontoon boat. Look at the interior in here. Pretty jazzy, right? I mean, it's not state of the art, but it's comfy. It's what, 1987 comfortable. All right, well, let's see what we got. Oh, look at the headliner. Man, I mean, what do we got on the odometer? Let's see. It says 59. Does that say 59? 59 934. And looking at the car, I mean, I don't know, 59,000 original miles? Probably not, right? Probably not. Look at them pedals. Let's see. What do you think? You think that's 59,000 original miles? See the steering wheel? It ain't cracked, and I don't know, seats ain't torn. Is that 159,000? You hit me in them comments. Look it over one more time. Odometer says 59. I'm going to go with 159. When was she made? When? 1 of 87. First model, month, 19. One of the first of the 87s. You probably has 86 technology on it. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, does that work? Oh, it does. Look, a hideaway key. Okay. Hope you got to see that, because I was looking at the key. Okay. What's going on? Making noise. I see. We got a full-size spare steel belted radial. Oh, it's holding there. 235, 75, 15. It's holding there. What's wrong with it? Yeah, it's dry rotted. Okay. Some jacks. 4 ways. An old belt. 2 old belts. That is that a Chinese museum? Taiwan it says. Well, that's not too bad. No parts. Oh, radiator caps. Not 1, but 2 radiator caps. Oh, and a box of staples in case you got to run around and... What are these? Are these lug nuts? Why is there lug studs? What are these for? Oh, they might hold the spare somewhere? I don't know. We'll pretend we didn't see them. Okay. Well, it looks good in there, right? Oh, look at that. It still works. The electric trunk. Sucking it down. Sweet. Okay. Let's get one more peek under the hood. Try to do some looking around. Now, I told you, I already know it runs. And, well, I changed the TPS on it too. Because when you hit the gas, it fell on its face. So I got the tester out, and you get in these wires and you probe them, and, your black wires should have negative ground, and then I think the orange one is your 5-volt bus line, and then the green one is your sense line, which should be like 0.99 volts all the way down, then wide open throttle, like 4.5 to 4.75. And the old one wasn't nowhere close, so I replaced that because the sensor was no good. And, well, it didn't really change anything. I guess no, it did. When you first start it up now, it starts up without touching the gas. It'll just start up and idle. Kind of surges a little bit, which I'll let you hear in a minute. And then when it warms up, well, then it falls on its face when you hit the gas. So we're still going roundy round. And I was peeking and checking, and right here we got some ground wires that clearly either mice got a hold of them, or this one here and this one here, or the coating just came off. But it looks like mice just chewed on them pretty good. So that discourages me when looking around the inside here. Okay, that's the light, maybe. Let's not plug things in just yet. And then I went searching around some more, and I got up here and I found a vacuum line that was just sucking air, so I plugged it. But then as soon as I plugged it, this whole line just sucks flat. And I think it's supposed to go to the map. I'm pretty sure that it goes to the map. And, well, they just tapped in from up here, because this thing ain't gonna hold no vacuum if it's sucking down. But maybe a bolt they had in it fell out. I don't know. But again, it ran a little better, but still no major change. So, where are we at? Let's fire it up and you can hear. Oh, I was playing with the temp sensor too, because I know Fords a little bit, and I know that if you got to hold your foot to the floor to get it to start when it's warm, typically that's your temperature sensor for the EFI or something like that. And I believe that's this sensor right here. So, I don't know if you can test besides with ohms. I guess I'd have to get on the pocket computer and see if there's an ohm reading you can check to see if that's good or bad. But either way, I looked inside this plug right here, and well, look how corroded that is. So it could just not be making a good connection, and that's why you kind of run better and not better and better and not better as you're messing with the wiring harness. I'm kind of getting ahead of myself, I know. We got to start it up and let y'all hear what's going on. I'm sorry about the shaky camera too. My other camera's dead, so I'm using the shaky cell phone. Let me try to image stabilize. Hold my hand still or something, Okay, so let's get in and see what works and what doesn't work. Oh, is she gonna run right away? I don't know. Let's look at the lights, right? Should there be a check engine light here? We got washer, fasten seat belts, low fuel, brake, amp, alarm. I wonder what alarm is. Is this got a security? Check oil, door, and oil pressure light. check. Okay. I don't know. I don't see any other lights in the dash or anything. You see anything in there? Nope. So I don't see a check engine light. Check oil don't light. None of these lights light up. You think they're all out? Shouldn't they all be lit up right now? Let's turn it off again and see. Yeah, shouldn't they all be lit up right now? You think we got bad fuses or something? Has somebody been in here? Alright, let's see. Oh, she came right to life. Okay, door's open, of course. Let's get out here and listen to this. See if anything changes. I play with this sensor. I did. I pulled it loose and plugged it back in and idle smoothed out. So either that sensor or connector is no good, right? There's some deoxit on it. It don't sound too bad, right? Motor sounds good. I don't hear any knocking. See anything back there? I don't hear any vacuum leaks. Just I don't know. Let's see if it'll rev at all, huh? Ooh, I smell cat. It's running horrible. Very rich. There's barely any. Oh, we got a hole somewhere because I can plug that. It sounds pretty good, huh? But there's barely any air coming out. I'm wondering if the cats aren't clogged up on it. There's two brand new O2 sensors in it. I mean, we could take it for a drive, but when it gets warm, it don't idle when in drive. It'll idle in just like this in park, but as soon as you put it into drive, when it's warm, it just dies. And then, of course, you gotta try and start it back up again. So, now if you can get it to move and get some umph out of it, it'll run. I don't know. Alright, let's shut it off. Oh wait, did I show you the back seat? Oh, that door handle don't work. Okay. Can we reach in here? How do we get in? Where's the handle? Where's the handle back there? Oh, okay. Oh, there we go. Okay, door handle's broken. Mark that one up on the list of things we're not gonna fix. Somebody had dirty feet. Who got in my Lincoln with dirty feet? Okay, what's this? That's the hubcap we're missing on the other side. What's that over there? Looks like a hold down clamp or something. I don't know. Oh, there's the thing for the door, front door to cover the... I wonder if they got the lock down in there too, because they're missing the little slider. Oh, is this one? You guys broke everything? Why would you break everything? Oh, we took the screw out. Okay, that's it. Alright. We can live with that. We can live with that. The front one is missing the door lock thing. We gotta find the... I don't know. Okay, so it should be warmed up now. She's idling pretty good. Let's see if it'll go into gear. Is she gonna die on me? Puts on the brake, into gear. Right to death. Oh, she's fighting. She's fighting. Oh, I give it gas, it wants to die. Okay. Okay. Oh, she's running now. I wonder if we just got... Oh, bad gas. I wonder. I want to take it for a drive. Oh, that's all peeling off right there. What's in the glove box? What do we got in here? Well, looks like the original owner's manual. Probably nothing good in that. What's in here? Notes. Okay. Down. You got anything else in here? Oh, what's this? All the documents when we bought it? Looks like it. Okay. We got all the documentations. Oh, we got a tape. Hawaii Calls, the all-time favorites from famous radio program. Okay. Hawaii. Was this car in Hawaii? We was listening to Luau. Get on down, get on down. The Lincoln toll-free 24-hour day helpline. Oh, is that Medora thing? Nope. I don't know. Oh, I think it is part of the cover, but we still don't have the button. Okay. Oh, there goes the button. All right. Door lock is good. Fixed. And some touch-up paint. Okay. Well, I pulled all that out for nothing. All right, get back in there, guys. We'll come see you again soon. She's running better than normal right now. Like, I've started this thing 2 or 3 times, and... Oh, I'm dying in here. Okay. Horn works. I think I got headlights and tail lights and all that. What about... We got radio? Uh-oh. Oh, wow. That thing is booming. It's got the boom booms back there. I don't know what they got up in the dash. Can you see them? Do they say Jensen or something? Because, woo, they had the boom boom. There was some... I'm sweating. I mean, look at me dying here. Does the AC work? AC? Oh, it's on. It's blowing. What is it blowing? No way. The AC is blowing cold. Are you kidding me? It's not ice cold, but it's blowing cold. And I hear the compressor kicking on and off. I bet I could charge her up. It's blowing cold. It's way colder than the outside temperature. Oh, that's worth it right there. As long as, even if it won't go into drive, as long as you can sit on the side of the road and idle in the AC, I think you're good. Whew, look at me, I'm dying. Why am I dying? All right, I need a break, actually. I'm gonna have to go inside and let's see if I hit the gas, what happens. I need to go get a drink then. Let's see. Let's see. It's just not running good. We're gonna go, let's go down into drive. Stumble, 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 pick up, stumble, stumble, pick up. Okay, it held now. It's actually holding. There it goes, wanting to die. Now it goes. Okay. I think I got a trick for it. I think we're gonna do, well, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, actually. Shut her down. I'm burning up. I'm burning up. Okay, so let me get a cold drink and let's sit down and chat. So, well, we've checked out the car and we kind of see what's going on with it. Now we got to devise a plan. Do we go through all this electrical and sensor stuff and try and fix the Ford EFI that might actually come down to maybe mouse 8 some wires? I don't know. I know that this stuff here doesn't look like it's been changed in a long time, so it probably needs plugs, wires, cap, rotor. You know, maybe we should do that stuff. Give the old EFI one little once go over, you know? I did. Oh, that looks horrible. Well, that could contribute to it. That's still good, but It's all corroded all the way around. That could contribute to all of it. Now I did test the temp sensor, the ECT, the engine one, not the one for the gauge. And, well, it's no good. And it's no good because of the way it worked. I can't get that clip back on over there. What happened? I probably shouldn't have done it if I couldn't get it back on, right? Okay, we'll deal with it later. Anyhow, change this. Change the ohms are wrong on the temp sensor deal. It's going high, so change that. Try to get the vacuum leak plugged up. Probably got to take off the upper plenum. Probably got to take off the upper plenum to get this vacuum line because it tucks down to about right here underneath it, and I don't see any way of getting my hands in there. So, what I'm saying is, do we do all this? Or do I just remove all this? Do we just take this off and put a carbureted intake and a new HEI style Ford distributor and like a little 650 on the 302 and just do away? I mean, what are you going to do with this? You're not going to throw a turbo on this, so why keep something that's probably going to be a wiring nightmare? I don't know. Maybe I'm jumping the gun. Let's change the plugs and the wires and the cap and the rotor and that temp sensor and see what it runs like then. And if it's better, well, maybe we continue to try and save it. But if there's no change, off with her head. Well, all right, it's a new day, and I got stuff. I got plug wires, cap, rotor. We got Motocraft spark plugs. Gotta keep it forward. But the other stuff is expensive. So we got a temp sensor, ECT. I think we talked about this already. The ohms is weird. And I've already taken this one out. I'll show it to you. I've already taken this one out and ohmed it out already. Right? See the little prongs in there? I ohmed it out. And this one's good. Surprised, the one that's been in the car under the oak tree for 7 years is no good. So, I guess let's get in here and start working on this Lincoln. That sounds better than Ford because I would be discouraged if I had to work on Ford. Take a peek at everything. And there's no way I'm changing spark plugs on the side of this thing with this air box in here. Why do you have 20 clips on here? So, another clip I'm missing. What is going on here? You know, come on there. Air cleaner looks horrible. There we go. That was harder than it needed to be. Oh, yeah. Okay. That was on fire at one point in time. That's fine. We'll pretend that we didn't see. Can I get in there now? Oh, Lord. I gotta go for the whole shebang. The whole thingamabob. I gotta take out everything. This is incredible. Why would you do this? Why couldn't we just, there's screws, there's bolts, there's tiny bolts. They look like millimetres. Let me tell you something right now. I've been working out of a tool kit because it's easier to get, all your stuff around where you want it to be. Second time to try. Somebody's had to do this before. Is there something up here too? We gotta take off to get that out of the way. I don't need to get that out of the way if I can just pop it, right? Then I'll get you in here and you can see what's going on. Okay. Now we can try and start changing plugs and wires. Alright, I got you up in here. We popped the, I don't know what cylinder this is on a Ford, but we're gonna call it 1 for reference. We popped it and I got the socket down in there. And turn the plug to break it free. And Ford's got them at an angle. I guess that's handy. It got me around the little bracket they got here. Let's see. That's a weird spot. Like I can't get it because of this air breather box thing. That's incredible. There we go. Oh, that's horrendous. Can you see that? Yep. All right, we're gonna set that there and say we'll give that a look-see, you know. And then, yeah. All right. All right. So the first cylinder, not looking too good compared to our new plug. And I just bought Motorcraft, so let's line them up and kind of see, are we gonna hit the, I mean, are they compatible plugs is what I'm trying to get at here. This one looks a little bit longer. I don't know. Motorcraft, man. We're putting Motorcraft back into Motorcraft. It's just what you do. Right? I don't know. I mean, I put Delcos in GN stuff. If I could have found a Delco plug, I probably would have stuck it in this. Okay. Now, let's find that socket. I think I need to pull the rubber out of it or find something and put a little bit of dielectric grease or something maybe on that rubber in there, because it don't want to go over the plug very well. It's like, oh cool, new plug. No safety. Crisis averted. I located them just in the nick of time. It's always a good idea. You're like, you know what? I'm going to change the plugs and wires on that old Lincoln. And then when you pop the hood and you kind of see what's going on and you start turning wrenches on it, then you go to realizing that, why? Why did I choose to do this? But I'm sure when I get to floating down the highway in it, I'll remember that's why I did this. I mean, it's Lincoln, right? It's the best Ford had to offer. Luxury wise. I don't know, somebody's like, hey, you're not for no horsepower. And I agree, no horsepower. So, yep, much of the same. It was flooding. And we knew that. Okay, so cylinder 2. What's a Ford, man? What are they? Is it 1? Yeah, am I right? Ford just numbers them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think I'm right on that. I don't know the firing order. It's counterclockwise on a Ford, right? Every once in a blue moon, my plugs come with the right gap. I always check them there. Which angle were we at on that? I don't want to get threading this into a hole that ain't there. Are we on, like, cylinder 6 now? What cylinder are we on? 2? Great. Yeah. A bunch more, apparently. How many more till 8? Yep. That's too many. I'm only going to show you this side, because this side's going to be hard enough, right? The other side, I'm just going to show you how tricky the other side is going to be, and we can just agree that I'm going to do that one, and we'll come back when it's done. Oops, I'll accept your apology. Okay. For intensive purposes, plug 3. Yeah, that one. Ooh, that one's wet and smells like gasoline. Under further review, we will be saving this motor with the tune-up and the thing and the other thing. I think that it's probably going to run, 50% better than it did. I've had my share of I'm not having a stroke. I'm just stumbling, guys. I'm just stumbling. Are we already on 4? That's the last one? How do I have 3 plugs? Oh, I'm putting in a plug. Yeah. Four. Nothing better. Okay, that's it. I actually smelled more fuel. More than I plugs I changed, so. Okay, let's gap it. What did they say, 54? You're not supposed to wiggle it in here, so I like to get it and just kind of pull on it a bit and see what we get. Sometimes you can go too far. Where are we at? I can't even see. That's 50. We need 54. Oh man, 54. Are you serious? 55. We're calling it good. Horseshoes and hand grenade. Apparently spark plug gap. Let's get up and take a peek. They're angled stuffs and all that. I gotta get it tucked over here with this stuff out of the way. This is officially done. Oh, I'm losing rotor buttons. All that good stuff. Now I gotta start on this side. And I can't just pull like the air box and get right to it. So this side, you're not gonna be able to see nothing. And I'm gonna be angry doing this. So there's no sense in filming this. It's of no educational value. I'm just gonna change these plugs and wires on this side, and then we'll look at the 4 that I pulled and off each side, determine if we're on the right track. Alright, be right back. Alright, so we got the cap and wires changed, and as you can see, man, that was horrible, right? New cap, wires, plugs on both sides. This is this bank here from front to back, as you can see. Not very good. I mean, everything's fouled. Same as the other side, front to back. They're all fouled really bad. So, we got a temp sensor here because, well, I know we went through this, but I ohmed it out, and that one is not correct. So what it was essentially doing was telling the computer to dump way too much fuel. And we verified that looking at these plugs. I mean, it was dumping way too much fuel. Now I've ohmed this one out with my test meter, and it's good. And you can test it 2 different ways. All of these sensors run on 5 volts and they return a voltage, and so you can test the sensor by ohms or by voltage. You just got to know what they are, right? And for this case, that temp sensor is an ohms to ground type of thing. Ohm to the 2 terminals. When it's cold, it should be somewhere between 25 and 50,000 ohms, and then as it gets warm, it should drop down to essentially 0 ohms to ground. But that's way too hot. I mean, your motor blew up if it went to 0 ohms. So, anyhow, we know the TPS is bad. We know that sensor was bad. I think there's only EGR and idle air control map and EGR left. But I think this solves our issue here. I'm pretty sure when we fire it up, she's gonna purr like a kitten. So, let's get in here. We gotta get to this sensor here and twist it out without snapping off the water neck spot or any of that good stuff, and then get this one in quick enough where all the coolant doesn't come out on the intake. It actually seems like it's going to come right out. See, cool it now. It's coming out with rust. Let's see if we can't do this a different way. We're going to try and plug it with our thumb while we get the other sensor. It's pretty close, right? I think I like the brass one maybe a little better. Okay. That wasn't too bad. Now, we're going to get in here and spray some electrical cleaner in it. Try not to get it in our eyes. And then we got a little wire brush here. We're going to try and get down in them holes a little bit, just make a little noise. Because it had a corrosion type of thing, like you wiggled the plug and the car changed how it ran. So not only was the sensor no good, but I think this plug here had seen a little corrosion over time. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying what I did was going to help at all. I'm just saying I'm giving it a good college try. A little deoxit, some electronic parts cleaner, a little scrub down, spray it again. Of course, let it. Oh, that was pretty dirty, huh? All right. Let that dry a little bit, and then we'll plug it in. Got the trash guy wrecking town with the noise, but we just got the sensor back down in there. Got it cleaned up. We zip tied this up because the plug ain't in the best of shape, but it's connected. Everything is back together. We just got to clean up our mess up here, and we'll test fire it. All right, we got everything back together, snapped and snipped, and now we're gonna see if the Lincoln runs any better. Did I take the battery terminal off? Nope. Okay. I had to deal with the lights were staying on, and okay. Still surging. That leveled out. I mean, this is how it normally runs when you first fire it up. Okay, idle came down. It's still running kind of rough. Let's see. There's a little bit of a surge happening. There it goes. It just got warm enough to die on its own. Now it just fires right back up. I know I still got a vacuum leak to clean. Right in gear, and then it dies. Why is that? I don't understand. It's at least idling. That's step one, right? It actually sounds pretty good. It sounds and smells better than it ever has. Let's get on it a little bit again. Huh. I think the IAC needs to be probably taken off and cleaned. It wanted to die and then caught right there. Might have to take it down and get some fuel in it. Alright, let's see if these interior lights, I don't know, I couldn't mess with it. Everything in this car is funky. I can't get the windshield wipers to work either. Turn signals work. Alright. Looks like the temp sensor ain't working. Does it move when I turn the key off? Yeah, it's going down. Maybe we're just not even up to operating temperature yet. I am, I'll tell you that much. Well, I don't know. I mean, we're gonna have to go take it for a drive. I know. We have to take it down to the end of the road and back at least before we can make a determination. You know, I might have to do that in the morning though. You can't do it at 5 o'clock at night. There's all the police around. You gotta, you know, sneak on down there when there's no traffic. So put a little couple gallons of gas in her of the high test stuff and maybe clean out some dirty injectors with it and drive it around a little bit. Get the, what is that, the IAC that was making that? I think the IAC's right here. This is EGR, right? I think we gotta clean the IAC. And that's probably taken off up here, and this valve dealio here gets cleaned, right? I mean, 4 guys. Type in there. Alright. It's very hot. I'm sweating. I'm gonna get a cold drink and probably come back and check fluids, and then we'll probably whip her on down to the store and see what happens. Alright, it's the next morning and we're gonna try and take a quick rip to the gas station in the Lincoln. Cold start. Oh, it's surging. Leveled out. Okay. Let's see how she goes. Something ain't exactly right. I got like no throttle. Why do I have no throttle? I don't understand. It's not running very good at all. It's running horribly, if I may say so. And I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know why. I mean, it's running horribly. But let's get some gas. Let's get some gas. Well, I tell you what, it's running horrible compared to what it ran like yesterday. Of course, I didn't drive it anywhere yesterday, but it idles good. Yeah, I got like nothing. It's like falling on its face. It's not dying when you push the pedal, but it's got no pedal. I don't understand. It's got no pedal, like no power. You don't want to go nowhere when you give it gas. It's just not dying. Oh, Lord. Could it be the cats? I don't even know. Maybe the cats are clogged. I don't know. It's running better though, so I don't know if we tear it up yet or not. Alright, well, it's a new day. After I took it for the drive down the street and back, I decided to check the map sensor. So I probed these lines here, and same concept as everything else. You know, 5 volts in, ground, and a sense wire. And that, you know, should read you in ohms that vary up and down a little bit. I think it's, the ohms is high when you're off, or key on, engine off, and then they go, you know, kind of low, maybe 1.2 ohms or something when you kick the key on. And well, this was just stuck at 2.7 ohms all the time. So I replaced it off camera, no change. So I got to thinking, what else on this system could possibly cause a problem? And there's got to be a better way to diagnose the EFI than to just check the sensors as you go. And there's no check engine light, so I had to think and do a little pocket computer searching, and I came up with a really cool trick that I'm going to share with you right now and explain to you what I think's going down. Alright, so let me show you this plug. Here is our Ford EFI diagnostics connector, right? And when we want to trigger the check engine light on one of these, you're going to jumper this plug. Let me get it in there. Alright, jumper that one. See how this side's longer than this side, the thing? So you go to the short side, top notch. Here's our ground. And essentially now we've got the computer in the car in check engine mode. Now, just that easy. If you got a check engine light in your car, you just jumper this, turn your key on, and blink, blink, blink. The check engine light is going to give you the codes for the old ODB1 EFI. Now, if you know you're not as skilled as that, or your car's not as fancy, like this Lincoln here, it don't have a check engine light inside. Believe me, I searched for it. A lot of lights in there, no check engine. So how do you check the pulse? You know, how do you figure out what the codes are? So you can use an ohm meter. and you can run your positive to your battery and then stick the negative in here, turn your key on, and then you can watch the spikes in voltage. You know, they go up to 12 volts and on and off and all that good stuff. I recommend an analog ohm meter if you're going to do that, because it's hard to see a digital one pulse, but you can watch the needle on an analog swing. Or if you got an old LED, you know, and a little bit of wire, just take your positive side and stick it on your battery over there. Take your negative wire. Right here is your sense lead. Right next to the diagnostic lead. And you just put your negative in there. Just jam your negative down in there good and nice. And set your LED where you can see it. Let me get the power over here. And now, you see we're lit. Right? Can you get that up there where you can actually see it? That's how you know you got a connection, is that your LED is lit. Alright, we got our plugs. Everything's wired up. Our light is lit. Now, when you turn the key on, that light's going to go out, and then it's going to start blinking codes in succession. On. So our light's out. Now we just count this like a check engine light. That's the flashes telling you system's engaged. Read the pulses now. 1. Pause. 1. That is code 11. It's going to repeat it. 1. Pause. 1. Code 11. That's our first code. Next code. Uh-oh. Nope. 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 15. 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got code 11 and code 15. 1 pulse. So all of them are done now. That final pulse at the end tells you we reset. And that's all your standard operating codes. Now, at this point, we let this car sit just like it is with the key on. And if you let it sit until this pulses 4 times, I think it's like a minute. You see this pulse 4 times, then you can start the car. And you can run the car, and it will then go into a diagnostic mode where it reads the codes that have been triggered on the motor. And now I've already done this already, and I know the codes, and I'm not going to start it and let it run and go through that whole process because it's another 5 minutes, but it will read the codes off the car, and it read the remembered codes. The temp sensor and the TPS were both codes that were there. It did not have a map sensor code, but I've replaced the TPS and the temp sensor and the map. So those codes would essentially, they go away if we disconnected the battery. Now, let's move on to the codes and the EFI. So, what is code 15? What is code 11? You know, why am I concerned with them? Well, code 11 is just a system check, and well, that's just normal first start code. Everything's good. System check's good. Code 15, well, it's telling you it's lost memory. Memory constant memory power, constant power to memory was lost, and that could be because you disconnected the battery. Or the other part of code 15, if you have 12 volts to pin 1, which is your constant power to memory, Well, that's the ECU. Alright, while I was editing, I realized that I read the codes wrong. I read the code wrong. I read the flashes in the wrong pattern. It wasn't code 15, it was code 51, which is the ECT, which I already replaced. So that's an old code. And then when you start it and you run it, it gave you a bunch of other codes. So what I did is I thought about it and I came back out here and I hooked the two battery terminals together and I let it sit that way for a couple hours and then I reran the codes. And the only codes left are code 12, code 44, and code 33, which is the idle air control cannot control properly. The EGR valve is not EGRing, and the air pump is inoperable. And I know the air pump's inoperable. I got the somebody pulled the vacuum lines and stuck them in other places. So I ordered an EGR and an idle air control, and we'll have to get back on that when we circle around after the hurricane. But for now, back to the original video. Well, I guess if it don't get crushed, we'll be back on it after the storm. Because I'm ready to drive it. Oh yeah. But I don't know. You got 4 guys, man. Help me out. I mean, you want to hear it again? Well, there's no sense. It sounds good at idle. It fires right up. Let's see if it surges right now. I think it was surging when you first started it. Yep. Surging. It's going to clear out in a second and just purr like a kid. That's where we're trying to figure out how to run. How do we run? How do we run? I don't know. I don't know what to do. Oh, figured it out. Idle just came down. And now we're purring like a kitten. What do I do? Oh, it took off that time a little bit. Oh, you heard it. And it stinks. Drive. Watch this to the floor. Ready? Jesse's back. Alright, let me quit fooling around. I got things I gotta do. I gotta prepare for a storm. I gotta pick up all my junk. Hide cars. Hopefully it's coming. This one, the last one, missed us really good. This one's coming in just south of us. We won't get the hard side of the storm, but we're gonna get, probably 70-mile-an-hour sustained wind. And that old rain tree, I'm scared about it. I'm scared it's gonna get something, I'm sure, if it comes down. So we gotta try and hide the cars and park them far away. Pray for the best, The house, insured. Cars, not so much. Alright, hey, appreciate you watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you helped me figure it out, because I'm ready to hoopty cruise this thing down the highway, man. Alright, if you're in Florida, man, stay safe. And if you're not, pray for us. We're out.